Tidjane THIAM, thank you very much for coming to
Thank
see
you
us
for
on
having me.
WPC TV. You are the CEO of one of the world's biggest insurance companies, the Prudential. So you need to manage a lot of people's money. How do you see the state of the world economy? Simple question.
Simple question. Look, I am, having been through the crisis in 0809, I feel the best I have felt in a long time, and I'm probably in a different place from most people, because the market has gotten into a pattern where it behaves as if bad news is good news and good news is bad news, because good news will trigger the end of the exceptional measures put in place after a crisis, tapering, etc. I'm a very simplistic person, so I tend to think that good news is good news. So the US going back to growth is good news. The US having restructured its housing market is good news. The US having restructured the balance sheets of the banks is good news. China, the third plenum of the 18th committee is good news, because I think that the leadership, the new leadership team is good. And
will there be immediate effects from that or not?
No, but I think they've been very explicit about the strategy they are implementing, what they are pursuing. The ideas they have on land reform are very good. The idea on the one-child policy are very good. The reform of the state-owned sector, all that is good news. Which is then, good news for Southeast Asia, which is very important to my company. And then you get Africa, which is also continuously doing very well. So maybe because we are physically in Europe here, there is one spot of bother in the world economy, which is Europe. But one should not extend that to the world.
Still a spot of bother for you.
Yeah. Yeah, because there is no growth.
Yeah.
And I think long term you cannot resolve significant fiscal imbalances without growth. There are limits to what internal adjustment can accomplish in a democracy without running into social and political issues.
Is the euro a problem which is causing this rather
It
than
is a problem, but it's also a given. So I think speculating about its breakup is not very productive. The euro is there to stay.
And actually it's been pretty strong.
It's been pretty strong, but the issues have to be resolved with the euro. But that means that structural reforms are very important and can be achieved. When I look at the UK economy, which is fundamentally growing now at an underlying growth rate of 3%, 7% unemployment, I think, as far as I know, the UK is in Europe.
Yeah, still.
So that type of performance is achievable in Europe with the right policies, in the right framework.
A final question. You mentioned Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, we've just seen the death of Nelson Mandela. People always say, they've talked about the BRICS, and sometimes they put the S on the end, and it's South Africa. Are you positive about South Africa, or do you think it could go the way of Zimbabwe? The reason I ask the question is because people often talk about the 21st century not being the century of Asia, but of Africa. A lot of indications are very good. But James Wolfenson yesterday, talking to WPC TV, was actually rather pessimistic about South Africa.
I'm uncomfortable because I almost never make forward-looking statements. Certainly not of less than 5 years, because I think that the world is so random, but you're almost certain to be wrong. What I can say about Africa is that I think the long-term prospects are positive. I think that's undeniable. Now, to pinpoint on a country level what's going to happen, I mean, politics is too unpredictable a game for me to try and do that. But I'm a bull on Africa, very excited and proud. We just bought a company in Ghana last week, and really it's, we are not in Africa except in South Africa, so it's a very big step for the group. And we think we can do in Africa what we've done in Asia, i.e. really build a very, very successful company.
It's a very nice diplomatic answer. So, Tidjane THIAM, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much.